They say that Disneyland is the happiest place on earth.
Today, we take you to the second happiest place on earth.
Come chat with us. As always, we've got another fun adventure today in the Chattanooga area, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss a chance to chat with us.
My friends, I was so excited about this video. I can't tell you how excited I was to actually get to record this video, because we're going to one of my favorite places on this whole planet, okay? We're going to Tasty Donuts. Not only will you get to see how the donuts being made, all the varieties that they got over 200 kinds of donuts. You're gonna get to see us interview the owner, Tony McInnis, but you're also gonna get to see the most beautiful waterfall. Well, no, I take that back. The most beautiful sugar fall of this glaze covering fresh donuts. It was glorious. So without further ado, let's go chat. Tasty Donuts has two locations in the Chattanooga area. You'll notice downtown Chattanooga on the left side of your screen. And the first location, the original location in Chattanooga, is at the intersection of East Brainerd Road and Jenkins Road. And you'll notice Heritage Park back behind the store there, and we'll chat about that sometime too. Now, this particular location has a drive-through. You'll also notice the cute window paintings. They do that every year in the holiday season, and the hours on the door here are 7 a.m. to sell out on Sunday. That's if you have like a church gathering or small group meeting or Sunday school class that morning, you can get donuts for that. And then they usually sell out shortly after the lunch crowd comes through to get all their dessert. But just look at these donuts. Aren't they magnificent? They're just beautiful. The cinnamon twists right there. Those cream cheese covered cake donuts. Oh, those are my favorites right there. The chocolate covered white cream filled. So beautiful. Got different kinds of bear claws right there. 4 different kinds. There's an apple fritter, that bride's cake right there.
The bride's cake is actually my favorite donut at Tasty Donuts because it tastes exactly like a wedding cake. It has almond extract and just that yummy flavor that you get from a really good wedding cake.
We were there filming right at the beginning of January, so they were already getting set up for Valentine's Day and actually in the process of taking down their Christmas decorations, and you'll see that at the next place we go to. They always do this at Valentine's Day. They always have strawberries, chocolate dipped strawberries. These plaques on the wall here from the Chattanooga Times Free Press Best of the Best competition. Tasty Donuts is entering their 10th year of business, and as you can tell, of the previous 9 years, they were a finalist in the Best of the Best competition for Best Donuts 6 of those 9 years. These t-shirts also are for sale. They crack me up. My favorites are the Balanced Diet one and the Eat More Whole Foods one. Now we're going to go to the other Chattanooga area location in Ooltewah, Tennessee, which is a neighboring city right next to it. It's about a 10 to 12 minute drive from the East Brainerd location, and it's in the Cambridge Square area in Ooltewah. And you'll notice from this angle right here just how close it is to the freeway, Interstate 75. It's maybe half a mile. They have a beautiful storefront in this location. Beautiful arched windows. Really, really pretty. And look at it at night, shining from within like a beacon for all who desire delicious awesomeness. And right next to their store is this really pretty sitting area with a fountain you can hear. Look at the beauty of this display case. Can you hear the angels singing? Another really cool thing that Tony McInnis, the owner of Tasty Donuts, has agreed to do is he said that if you come in during the month of February of 2019 and mention this video, you actually get an extra $1 off a dozen donuts. That's really cool, and we really appreciate him doing that. This vanilla glaze one right here, their vanilla glaze is so good. I can't even begin to describe how good it is. And that strawberry one right there, there's a double strawberry and a vanilla strawberry. Both of those are phenomenal. And there it is, the beauty white cream chocolate covered. And the pine cones are delicious. I love getting them with the cream cheese and the pecans on them. It's like a cinnamon roll in a pine cone form. And there's the apple fritters. And this beauty right here, Ginger's going to explain what that's all about.
So you just saw the Crowbar, which is one of my favorite donuts that Tasty Donuts makes. So I just want to explain a little bit about what it is and what makes it so delicious. A Crowbar is a cross between a croissant and a donut. So that means that there's yeast, but there's also lots of butter. And then that butter is deep fried and smothered in sugar. So it really doesn't get any better than that.
Amen, sister. You'll notice on the prices here, the mixed dozen special, it's always that way. If you go in and order a mixed dozen, you're going to pay for 10 and get 2 free. So if you go in there and you're going to order like 8 of them, you might as well get a dozen because you're only going to pay for 2 more and get 4 instead. They've also got some cute artwork like the thanks a whole lot and do not hold it over the restrooms. That's pretty cute. Another really cool thing about Tasty Donuts is if you're craving a vanilla strawberry one and you walk in and all they have are just the plain strawberry cake donuts, they'll actually go back and dip the cake donut in the vanilla for you so you can have it right there. And another really neat thing about this location is these tables right here, you can actually sit there and watch them make the donuts through the windows. And that's such a neat thing. The East Springer location doesn't have that, and this place does, and that's really cool about this one. This one has a lot more seating than the East Springer location. You'll notice the party room back here. They have birthday parties here, and when it's not used for a birthday party, it's just regular seating. For birthday parties, you can also get custom donuts made like these. I love the Chewbacca ones and the R2-D2 ones. That's awesome. And of course, while we were there, we had to get some donuts for us.
I'm gonna try Daddy's chocolate.
What's your favorite donut?
Blue? No, it wouldn't be blue. I think it's the vanilla glazed one.
Yeah, those are good. I agree.
I'd take it.
This is my favorite, chocolate covered white cream filled.
Can I? I'm gonna try it. Try it. Being the see my stuff, Daddy. I'm not seeing my stuff.
That's how good that is right there.
Is it good? I already tried it. It's super like
Ice cream milk.
That milk was really good. That was the first time we'd ever had it, and it really did taste like ice cream. And we also got to ask one of their donut gurus, Sam, what her favorite donut was, and you'll see that here in a second. And then after that, you'll get to see our tour of their kitchen and get to see them making the donuts.
My favorite donut is the red velvet cream cheese.
So kind of the flow of donuts, if you will, everything starts here, the product works its way down this side, and it comes across into our racks. It's where the blanks, if you will, are. And then, so you've got icing station, filling station, dip stations. So that's where all the magic happens, and then they work their way out. So everything starts here, comes back around, and then out. In a minute, you'll get to see and drop this. When we decide to cook a donut, a cake donut's a little bit faster. From the word go, the first cake donut's about 45 minutes. Raised donuts are about 2 hours.
It was really neat to get to be back in the kitchen watching them make the donuts and see how they were made. This is Ken dropping the donuts into the fryer right here. Ken's a great guy. And it was really fun to get to hear him interact with Tony, and they're kind of giving each other a hard time. And Ken was praising Tony for his ability to drop the donuts down one-handed so smoothly, and you'll actually get to see Tony do that here in just a second.
He'll get there. Only took me 10 years, Ken.
So here they're transitioning the donuts over to the glazing station, and you'll actually hear Tony in the background ask me if I wanted to try one of them hot off the press there, which of course I did.
You like blueberry? I love the blueberry. Each one will pop.
Insist.
What was it I gave you all that time? Was it the old fashioned or the cake? Just
It was an apple spice, and it was delicious. As the second round is coming out, Tony's about to hand me one of those original ones we just saw him make. And as soon as he gave it to me, it was so soft and warm, and I could just tell it was going to be awesome. Oh man. Oh my goodness, it's like melting your mouth moist.
wife and kids are happy.
Oh my goodness. Hey, that's really good.
What are you doing eating?
That's really good.
All of our dips are made in-house. So whether it's vanilla chocolate or any of the myriad of flavors we do, they're all made right here.
Well, we're here with the donut guy himself, Tony from Tasty Donuts. And I've just got a few questions for him so you can get to know him better and the history of this company. And Tony, you're from Louisiana, is that correct?
That is correct, born and raised.
So what brought you to Chattanooga?
Opportunity a long time ago. I had a career in a different business for almost 20 years. And I had an opportunity there that I took as a young man, and that's what brought me to Chattanooga.
So what made you start Tasty Donuts here?
So life precipitated a career change for me. And my first job as a teenager was making donuts at a place, oddly enough, called Tasty Donuts with 2 E's in New Orleans. And so when I knew I wanted to work for myself, and I'm just an entrepreneur by spirit, and my wife agrees, and we talked through so many different things, and she would just always came back to donuts. And I said, everybody's always happy.
You're not kidding.
It's you know, and from a business standpoint, it makes sense. And so we did some homework preliminary. Let's look at this market, and will this market support a gourmet donut shop? And yes, it will, and there's not one. And so all the pieces just kind of fell together.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you started.
Well, we are too. We've been very blessed and very thankful.
Oh, good. Well, here at the Cambridge Square shop, we are currently in the birthday party room. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's seating during normal hours, and then it's the designated party room, if you will,
Gotcha.
which is something we haven't done in our other shops. We've done birthday parties, and they're great fun, and so we've needed to dedicate some space for that to happen. So, and a birthday
cool.
party is awesome. We bring them in, and it's age dependent because of insurance regulations. So
I understand.
we either let them go through the whole process from patting out and cutting dough to making
cool.
donuts.
Cool.
To just the younger ones can just decorate,
Sure.
but it's great fun, and we do more and more of them each year, and,
That's
and
exciting.
it's real fun.
I've seen at least a few different people on Facebook, posting pictures and videos of their kids having birthday parties here, and everybody's having fun.
Yeah, my favorite quote from social media on that, it was after a birthday party, and now we did over 60 of those things last year, so we do a bunch of them. And a lady posted pictures, and she said, not only are the donuts good, they kept a group of 9 to 11-year-olds entertained for an hour and a half.
I totally understand that, and that itself is respectable.
Thank you.
Well, when people start talking about tasty donuts and that kind of thing, obviously you have a very different perspective on this organization than anybody else does as the owner. And I know it's a difficult question, but if you could say one thing that you think is the most underrated thing about your business, maybe it's something that most people won't recognize or notice, but it's vital to your success, what would that one thing be?
Great service, and it's everybody expects it. It's the way we've done it since day one, and I very proudly, and I know people that own other food businesses, not donut shops obviously, but also fast food, fast casual, all the different chains, and complaints come to me. We get one legitimate beef every 90 days. And that is not only the girls in the front, but that's the guys in the kitchen too.
Sure.
Consistency. That is what I preach every day, day in, day out. And I only know one way to lead, and that's from the front. And that's what they see out of me, and that's what I expect out of them. So you have the same great donut every time you come in. You're not rolling the dice going, are they good today or are they not good today? We have 5 different cooks. You shouldn't know that because you're eating the same donut no matter who's in the kitchen. And the same thing with the girls that are filling and decorating and serving you at the counter. I mean, we want to make it a pleasurable experience every time. And our team does a fantastic job of that.
Well, my last question for you that we always ask, we're always going to ask people this. What is it about Chattanooga that is your favorite thing about our city? Other than tasty donuts, obviously.
Yes. I would tell you, and Chattanooga's got so many great attributes. I mean, the beauty, the seasons, but I would tell you the people. That's my favorite thing about Chattanooga. And, you know, we have friends from all over the country, and they visit Woody, and I said, listen, this is the biggest little town you've ever been in. And I said, you know, we're a medium-sized city now, but it still has a very small town feel. And the people, you know, everybody's friendly everywhere you go, and that's what I love about it.
Well, Tony, thank you very much for chatting with us.
Thank you,
We
Evan.
appreciate you.
Our pleasure.
And trust me, you really, really want to come to Tasty Donuts. 2 locations here in Chattanooga, one at Cambridge Square and one just off East Brainerd Road on Jenkins Road. And if I'm correct, y'all have a location in Canton, Georgia, too.
That is correct.
So, hey, if you're in Canton, now you know where to go.
That's right. So have a sweet day and come see us at Tasty Donuts.
Our kids talked us into getting some donuts for the next morning for breakfast, too. They didn't have to persuade us very much. We had to go back just a few days later because it was the start of king cake season. King cakes are a New Orleans tradition, and they actually make whole king cakes that you can order, but they also make those smaller ones, donut size right there, and they are phenomenal. And just so you know, it's still king cake season, and it will be all the way up until Mardi Gras. While we were there were so many people coming in and out getting donuts. That gentleman in the red sweater there mentioned he saw the billboard on Interstate 75 and had to get off and get a donut. We're really happy about that because Tony really is a good guy. He really invests in our community. And we actually asked Tony what his favorite donut was, and he said it depends on what mood he's in, but he really likes the chocolate-covered Bavarian cream filled and the red velvet cream cheese. And be sure to comment below and let us know what your favorite donut at Tasty Donuts is too.
We hope you enjoyed checking out Tasty Donuts with us. We're sorry you couldn't eat the donuts, but you can if you'll visit Tasty Donuts at either their East Brainerd location or their brand new Cambridge Square location.
And thank you again to Tony. We appreciate you so much for giving us the opportunity to come and feature Tasty Donuts. It really is one of our favorite places in town. Just so you know, he really is the real deal. He's an honest guy. We strongly recommend him and his business in supporting Tasty Donuts. And we got exciting things on the horizon as well. Next week, we have a private tour scheduled of the brand new exhibit at the Creative Discovery Museum. So we look forward to chatting with you then, and we'll see you next Thursday.
If you'd like to chat with us sooner rather than later, check out our featured video down below and click subscribe so you never miss a chance to chat with us in the future.
And be sure to check out chatwithus.com to download any photos featured in our video today and to see some really good looking Chatt and Chattanooga apparel.
And if you're traveling to Chattanooga or anywhere else for that matter, check out my travel agent YouTube channel.